Hello, welcome to the Quarter to 3 live stream for Renowned Explorers, More to Explore. My name is Tom Chick. If you're watching us live, thank you so much. I was away for a week. After nearly 2 months of steady live streaming, it was weird being away for a week. I'm so happy to be back. If you are joining us non-live, or actually if you're joining us live as well, I've been remiss in doing what I think you're supposed to do during these streams. I'm supposed to badger you guys about liking these videos. I thought likes were just a cosmetic thing; they didn't matter. But apparently, they do have something to do with how YouTube determines such and such. I don't know. So please, of course, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Actually, if you don't like the video, don't like it. I'm not asking you to compromise your values in any way. But if you do like the video, I think it really helps me if you click the like. I'm not sure how. I'm looking into that, but I've been told that's the case. All right, this is Renowned Explorers. It just got some DLC called More to Explore. Terrible name, kind of. I love what these guys do, but yeah, that seems like placeholder, and they never got around to actually coming up with a name. I have an espresso here, by the way. I've brought one for all of you in the chat channel. Hello, very good to see all of you. Yeah, that was good, that espresso pull. Okay, what I have done, I'm going to show you first of all what happens. Oh, I want to show you this. I think you guys can see this okay. I put up a little logo here. I think it's right under the logo. I carefully positioned it for this game later on to not cover important information, but right now it's covering what I want to show you. This down here, this little notice, this is just where they push messages about what's going on. Oh, also, thank you so much, Chris Marketson. I should also plug my Patreon account. If you go to patreon.com/TomChick, TomChick, I appreciate your support. And if you don't support me, just check out a little bit about what I'm doing and who I am, and if that's something you might be into supporting. Thank you so much for that. Okay, this is where they give you little messages. Fair enough, they're basically saying, hey, More to Explorers out. This down here, I don't know if this is always this, but it's a reference to their community challenges. Now, there are all sorts of reasons to play Renowned Explorers. The score chase is a big one. The unlockable characters is a big one. Now you can do these community challenges where they put out these, they create some parameters, like, hey, you have to bring so-and-so, and he can only do such and such an action. And they'll put a little narrative in front of it. And these are guys who have been writing snippets of narrative for Renowned Explorers all along, so they're cute little bits. This one right here is a very special challenge. Now let's click on it. I'll let you read this if you want to get more to explore. By the way, we're giving away 2 copies of the game at the top of the hour at 7 p.m. So feel free to weigh in for that. I'll mention that if I don't bring it up around 7 p.m. Please remind me. Shiram Reddy, by the way, asks, there's some way to contribute via YouTube. He says he can't find it now. Yes, I'm not sure where it is, but I did enable a fan funding thing, and I'm afraid I have no way how to direct people to that. But Shiram, thank you so much for bringing that up. So you click on their little things about the community challenge. This one is only going for 48 hours. So if you're watching this over a day after it's been posted, yeah, you missed the boat. If you're watching this live, or shortly after it's been posted, you've got through the end of Thursday. For those of us live, that's tomorrow, to do this. Here's a little story. I'll let you read that. Here are the rules about how you can play. I'll let you read that. What you end up getting and why this is a special challenge, depending on your renown, that's your score at the end, you're going to earn medal points. And they're going to start tracking these, by the way. These are persistent on apparently a piece of notepaper at the headquarters at Abbey Games, because they're keeping this stuff handwritten, how many medal points you have. However, for the sake of this challenge, if we as a community accumulate a certain number of medal points, they are going to do something special with the new content. Now again, I'll let you read this on your own later, but I just want to highlight. They're being a little elliptical about it. Although Tier 3, that seems pretty explicit. They're going to unlock new content in the game. If we only get 50 medal points among us, we're getting this thing. You're not the only traveler on expedition. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe a sidekick? Tier 2, if we get 100 medal points amongst us over the 48-hour period, a Dark Force terrorizes the Andes. Sounds like some kind of new monster. If we manage to hit the 3rd tier, that is 150 medals accumulated amongst us. Then Muscat and San Francisco happens. Now, I don't know what to make of that. Is that a cross street? Like everybody meet at the corner of Muscat and San Francisco? Well, whatever the case, it says they will be more clear once we know what tier we hit. So, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm doing my part right now in this stream. Sometime before the end of tomorrow, register your renown. All you have to do is play a game. I think you submit a screenshot with your renown. Yeah, it's not quite as easy as clicking a button, but, you know, most things worth working for aren't easy. Yeah, don't be scared of the eyeball here. It's friendly. It's just to remind you where you are. Yeah, I can see the logo. Wait a minute. Wait, I think I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. I have to look at a different window, but yeah, it's right there. Again, don't be scared. That is a little known fact. His name is Cockeyed Joe. I have no idea where that came from. Someone early on, I think the artist who drew it, who was my brother-in-law at the time, maybe named it. Oh, Bradley, thank you so much for that. That's very good to hear. Thank you. All right, so here now what I'm going to do, I don't want to give away too much of this. What they've added in more to explore, basically 3 big things. The first thing is when you get a treasure, and treasures are these persistent artifacts that you find, and they go in your little treasure screen. Oh, look here. They go here, and you've got treasures. When you get one now, it used to be you got it, and it gave you some bonus for the rest of the oh, this isn't going to show you because this is the new treasure. It would give you some bonus for the rest of the expedition. Now when you find a treasure, you're going to have choices. These are going to have, you're going to have to press one of these buttons, and each one is going to have different things listed under it. The blue treasure, the colors for treasure is rarity, because there's purple, there's blue, I think yellow is the rarest. The more rare treasures have more choices. So that's new and more to explore. Is when you find a treasure, that treasure is not necessarily going to do what it did last time you found it. And that can happen. Like, good lord, I know that I've killed this stupid monkey twice. So I've gotten this treasure twice. What's another one I've seen a lot? I think these guys here from... And by the way, I can't believe how long it took me to realize this. Each row or section is from a different expedition. So this is the beginning Viking expedition. These are the things you can find. So as many times as I've played this silly Viking expedition in the prologue, I've only gotten half of the treasures. I've still got some work to do. So now that's new with the treasures is it will give you a choice when you find it. You can pick what you want. You can tailor it to the particular strategy you're going for with that run. That's new thing number 1. New thing number 2. I can't show you here, but when you play the game, a game an adventure consists of 5 expeditions. They've added 2 new expeditions, and those are like levels in a video game. There's one in the Andes, and then there's one called, I think, the Lost Islands, which is way high-end stuff. I'm in no danger of seeing that anytime soon. The Andes is cool. I've seen it. I've played the Andes. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I'm not going to play one of the new expeditions. Because, again, I don't want this to be spoilers. And that's going to make the 3rd feature a little tricky for me to show off, but I'm going to do it anyway. So the Andes have some really cool new features. I just want to say about the Andes, when you go to the desert in this game and you're doing the Egypt expedition, supplies are especially important because moving across the desert consumes more supplies. That's a cool little thematic thing they do in Egypt. When you go to the Andes, there's a whole different supply pressure placed on you, because I guarantee you by the time you run out of the supplies in the Andes, and you will run through your supplies, you will not be ready to leave. It's an insidious little trick. I should be angry at them, but what it does, it makes me want to keep going back to the Andes, damn it, until I can get done the things I want to get done. It's really cool. The 3rd thing they add are campfire cards, which again I'm not enamored of that name. I think of campfire girls. What are campfire cards? It's just Girl Scouts, right? Campfire cards is a very sedate name, isn't it? Here's what happens with campfire cards. You start a new game. Now you guys have seen... Oh, you haven't seen this. This is what it looks like when you start a new game. And you decide, okay, my captain is going to be Philippe. And as his crew members, I'll bring along Dolores, the luchadora, and the hot Venezuelan actress chick. There, you've got your crew. You pick Start Adventure. If you have any questions about your particular crew member, you pull up details, and here's his or her screen. Pretty straightforward. What's new, this little box up here, enable advanced options. What? Let's click on that. You don't get this box, by the way, unless you have more to explore. The DLC, I believe, costs $7.50. You know, who am I to tell you what something is worth? But it's a bargain at 10 times the price. Oh, no, I'm not going that far. I don't know what to tell you about the price. I know that they struggled with deciding what to price it at. All right, you click this and more to explore. What am I looking at? What you're looking at is all this empty space here. What is that for? What that is for is campfire cards that you've accumulated. When you start the game, you just have 5 generic campfire cards down here. These are the basic campfire. Are they called campfire stories? Or cards, or whatever. These are the basic ones. This is your starter deck. Every time you finish a game, whether it's losing or winning, for each expedition that you got through, you apply points towards booster packs. And I think at every 5 points, I'm not exactly sure what it is, you get a booster pack. And you open it up, and it gives you, I think, is it 3? Oh, maybe only 3 cards. You get some cards. Now those cards are added to your collection. You always have these, but depending on who you select in these spots, they can bring different cards into the game. As you can see, I don't have a lot of cards. I've only done, I think I've gotten 2-3 booster packs. These cards add special, when you go on campfires, you're going to have a hand of them and you get to pick one. So because you're going to have these 5 plus whatever you have here, you can't entirely be sure when or whether you're going to get a certain card. So this right here is a whole new dynamic to the setup. Here the dynamic is, who do I want to be my captain for his or her special captain perk? Who do I want to be crew members to maybe unlock towards them being the captain? What special abilities do I want to complement each other? Now you've got this whole deal here. Who can bring which cards to the mix? So these cards over here are just generic ones. And I'm just going to so the cool thing here that I don't want to spoil is that some of these are very, very story driven. I'm going to spoil exactly one for you, and that is Agatha von Brunswick's story card. I'm going to show you that. There are 19 more story cards at least that you will not have seen, but it'll give you a good example of what you're in for. So in addition to these story cards, these are the rare ones, you're going to find more generic cards like this. This card here, Dodgeball, when you play it during a campfire, everybody in your crew, that is all 3 members of your expedition, get the special perk Quick Thinker Reflexes. If they're already quick thinkers, they're that much better at it. If they weren't quick thinkers before, now they've got it. The idea is they all sat around, they played Dodgeball, they acquired the Quick Thinker perk. And in case you don't know, these perks also add to your stats. I'm guessing Quick Thinker maybe adds to your grit and armor. We could check later. But so it gives them a stat boost, and this now applies to any encounters they may have. You may get a bonus for having a Quick Thinker present when you run into a trap. Well, because your guys played Dodgeball in camp, it's going to be that much easier for you to elude the trap. So these are the more generic ones. These are the super generic ones, and these just let you pick. It actually sucks to draw this once you've got other cards. This just lets you get a whole mess of resources. There's one for each of the resources, and then one for resolve tokens. These are your life points. These cool things here, and the reason, by the way, Dolores gets this perk is because she has, where's her detail screen? Oh, right here. She has Quick Thinker. Anybody who has Quick Thinker can bring a Quick Thinker card into the mix. Anybody who has a story card can bring his or her story card into the mix. And this is what we want to draw. It's her crew story. When you get the card, and again, this is a spoiler. I'm only going to spoil Agatha's card. So if you're averse to having anything spoiled in this, you should bail now. If you want to find out what you're in for and why you want more to explore, stick around and let me break this down for you. When you find this card, here's all you know. German import. Okay, Agatha von Brunswick. I actually thought she was Austrian. I could be wrong about that. But at any rate, her card is called German Import, and the text just says that she surprises the crew with something. She also gives you 6 secret tokens. In case you don't know, secret tokens are huge, what is that green resource? Reputation? Character? I forget what that is. They're huge dumps of the green resource. And I can't believe I don't remember what that's called. Status, isn't it? Yeah. So she gives you a bunch of that, but then something happens with this crew story, and this is what I'm going to show you. And all the character cards have something like this. So rather than start a new expedition, what I have done, I've already fired one up, and I'm going to load you at the point where we've gotten to a campfire. This is just in the very first, which one is it? Here we go. This is just in the very first expedition. I forget if we're in the Viking area. Alright, so here I am running around in the, what is it? It's the Viking ship? No, the Druid Circle. Okay, so here I am running around Ireland or whatever this is. Each time I hit a node, and you can see I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it only 5? This little bar fills up down here. And that's why I scooched the logo up here so you guys could see this bar, because it's important. When this bar fills up, it pings really bright. It definitely lets you know that it's filled up. And it says now you can press on it. Click it to start a campfire and tell a campfire story. So here we go. You click this, and look, they're all sitting around at the campfire. These are new animations, I think. I don't think they've been drawn this way before. I love how Abbey Games has done this expressive 2D art for these characters. And how it's never like, oh, there's a weird picture down here, it doesn't quite match the picture in battle, which doesn't match the picture in the main screen. Super consistent. Anywhere you see Yvonne, she's going to look like this. She's going to be wearing this outfit. So everybody has a new animation at the campfire, and these are the 4 cards that we have drawn. Now, you will note I did not draw the story card for Agatha von Brunswick. I do not want you to do what I'm about to do. This is hugely unethical. I'm going to load and it lets me redraw. Never, ever, ever do this, because you will feel ashamed of yourself. You won't be able to sleep at night. You will feel guilt and self-loathing. The only reason I'm doing this is because I want you guys to see the Agatha von Brunswick card. There we go. Okay, pretend this is the first time I loaded the game. These are the basic starter cards. They're okay. I mean, they'll give me a nice dump of resources, but this is the one I want. So this is our first campfire. You can get 1 campfire per expedition. So what that means is out of a deck of however many cards you bring, you're going to start with the 5 basics. You're only going to get to play 5 of them. You might not draw the one you want. Although you can... I'm not cheating. This is for you guys. I will have you know. I will not be berated for improving your viewer experience. But yeah, I do feel... I was kind of dismayed to find that out. I was hoping that it would always be the same draw. But apparently the RNG, the random number generator, creates a new draw whenever you load. So, Alright. Naturally, we don't want one of these generic ones. We want this one. Here we go. Spoiler for the crew story for Agatha von Brunswick. Oh, it's confirming. I've clicked it once. Are you sure? Because there's no undoing. This is, you misclick this, you're stuck. All right, here we go. What's in the bag? All right. So there, we got these these tokens that give us a lot of status, which is awesome. And the reason we have that status is because Agatha von Brunswick has introduced her beer to our expedition. Now, okay, yeah, cute, right? Little story beat gives you this. Let's move on. Up. It implies that we partied a little bit too late. This is the they partied late faces for each of the characters. Everyone likes Agatha more for bringing drinks. But will this new tradition one day become a burden? There seems to be some implications hinted at here. Oh, we could have, by the way, kept or discarded those other 3 cards that we had. Now, I don't know how close attention you're paying to this. You might just sort of be watching out of the corner of your eye. Why don't you just look at the screen? You see anything different here? First of all, this is empty. This will not fill any longer. You can only do one campfire per expedition. Oh, what? Look at all these icons. Oh my god! Sorry to yell in your ear. We all have the happy drinker buff. That's a 25% more spirit. What that means, by my math, if my spirit was 15, wait. If my spirit was 15, now it's no. Yeah, well, if my spirit was 100, now it's 125. There, I'm pretty sure I got that math right. However, look at my speech defense. I am a little bit more impressionable for drinking beer. I understand that is a side effect of beer. Now, you've seen these before. For instance, Kiwi has this right here. By resolving an encounter with the devious attitude, she gets extra grit and speech power. It only lasts for this expedition. See this happy drinker thing? This lasts the entire adventure. For the rest of this expedition and the following 4 expeditions, assuming we make it that far, we're going to have a huge spirit boost. And by the way, spirit is your hit points, in case you didn't know. But we're going to be more vulnerable to speech attacks. Now, you might also notice, wait a minute, there's extra icons over there, Tom. What are those icons? This right here likes Agatha. So, because Agatha gained their approval with this particular story achievement, they get a bonus to their speech power. So, they're just that much more impassioned since they're super friendly with Agatha. Again, this is for the rest of the adventure. This is permanent. And there's more, too. So, let's get through this first expedition, and then I'm going to, in the course of the next expedition, play up until the next campfire, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so we're going to try to clear out this whole island, regardless of how many supplies we have, just to gather as many starting resources as we can. Okay. And what I've been told, although I don't necessarily agree with it... Wait a minute! Where did this screen come from? This is new. I should just let you guys read this. Interesting. Well, the beer giveth, the beer taketh away. Alright, Agatha, you get drunk, you leave some of the study papers behind. Nice move. But we still got these modifiers. So what I've been told, and I'm not sure I always agree with this, is that in the starting area, go ahead and get all of the nodes. Don't worry about the starvation effects, because you'll be able to beat the final thing anyway. It's only for that expedition. This is a great way to get a nice boost early on in an adventure. We're going to try that here. The Hidden Hoard. Okay, so now we want to think for this adventure, and actually I hadn't given this thought, is this going to be a gold, research, or status adventure? Since we have a huge leg up with status because of all these secrets we got from beer, let's go with status and get another secret. We have a nature challenge coming up here. I don't know if this is new. This encounter with the white stag implies, and I know this from years of playing Mass Effect games, that, I should say BioWare games, that Agatha disapproves of something Kiwi is going to do. Kiwi wants to eat this stag. Agatha finds it a little cruel. Alright, so now we're starting to have starvation effects kick in for the rest of this expedition. Kiwi loses some speech power. She's not going to be as devious. Here's a treasure. Let's see. Does Kiwi want to... yes, so because Kiwi's a survivalist, she can climb this cliff. Do we want to look for quartz, fossil, or crystals? Oh, I don't know. What's the difference between quartz and crystals? I question this game's geological insight with this right here, so we'll go for fossils. I don't trust them. Okay, we got some research, and here are the 3 treasures. Oh, I love this. I mentioned before, I've gone through the Viking starting expedition several times. I've still only got half of the treasures. I don't know which of these I have, but this is the deal. You want to keep rolling on this treasure table and get a treasure you don't have. Let's see what we get. It is an ammonite fossil. Oh, that's the difference between a quartz and a crystal. I bet if I were to look at the treasures for the Druid Circle, One of them would be a quartz blah blah blah. The other would be a crystal blah blah blah. The ammonite fossil now, it's not a super rare one. We only get 2 options to choose. We can either take 5 study tokens or 3 study tokens and 3 collect. I don't know what Pinkerton is doing. For whatever reason, Pinkerton, that's his character, he picks one or the other. I don't always trust his pick. But you know what? Study is good early on. We'll go ahead and take that. Hazy Silhouette is saying there's a resolution issue with the stream. Yeah, it might be a buffering or bitrate thing. I have changed a setting, which I hope has impacted any issues you guys had with the stream stuttering. I do have a steady green indicator on my end, so hopefully that helped. All right, there we go. Yvonne loses armor, so she's not going to be very defensive in physical combat. All right, something messing around in the bushes. Kiwi, it's the white stag with her survivalist training. She's going to track it down. Don't mess up, Kiwi. Oh, Kiwi! Oh, God. You had one thing to do. Wow, Yvonne's really taking the hits for the starvation. All right, here we have an encounter. Wolves. I like fighting. The wolves are cute. This is fun. I like using speech powers against the wolves. It's really cute the way that they get upset. I want to go for a devious encounter for the bonus tokens. Fortunately, this is a very devious party. 3 wolves. These are brown wolves. Wolves have a fairly high speech defense versus their other values. So we're just going to go devious on them because they are aggressive. Deviousness trumps aggressiveness, as I'm sure you all know. All right, Kiwi is suffering some serious, yeah, look at these values, some serious starvation penalties. So she's just going to get over here and start being devious to the wolves. Oh, what? There. Sorry, got to get used to the interface. The wolf did not like that, and now he is he terrified? What is the red one? He is enraged. Wolves are vulnerable to being terrified, which is thematic. You know, it's easy to scare off a wolf, right? Just wave a torch around or something. Oh no, it's Yvonne who took all the starvation hits. Yeah, look at this armor penalty. I don't know if you know this. When your armor or your speech defense goes below 0, it doesn't just fail to protect you, it adds to the amount of damage you take. I am a little worried. Yeah, so let's see. What is their attack is 13. Her spirit, yeah, she can basically take 1 hit. She'll be fine. But let's see if she can finish off one of these wolves. We know she can finish off. Yeah, okay, let's just finish this one off to be safe. Agatha von Brunswick. Oh, dagnabbit, are you too slow? Oh, she can't reach the wall. Oh, is this ranged? No. Alright, well, she'll try to impress it. Oh, you know what? Can I reach the wolf behind me? Yes, I can. Okay. Her power is Terrify. Actually, it might not be until her 4th level, or her 4th power. Let me see if she does it. Wolves are vulnerable. Remember to being terrified, so she's going to be able to take this guy out. Watch this. Oh. Oh, you know what? I turned off these animations. I should not have done that. I'm going to fix it. What I love about her is she grades your paper. She'll give you a C- and terrify you. An A+, she impresses you. She's a school teacher. What did the wolf do? Did he not even attack? What's going on with that? Oh, let me see if I can turn those animations back on. Yeah. They're just way too precious. I don't know why I turned them off. Alright, Agatha von Brunswick, let's terrify this wolf. Let's see how she's going to do it. And I love the wolf's intimidate. No, she scolds it, and watch, he sort of recoils and is very sad. If you've ever had to discipline a dog, you know what that's like. We resolved the encounter deviously. We got the extra tokens. You always get the 2 encounter tokens. For the rest of the expedition, Yvonne has a little bonus. Oh no! The fleeing wolves are followed by crying pups. We made some pups cry. It's very sad. Everybody's leveled up. Let's just get their new powers. So, when you first level, the approach to leveling up, your perks give you bonuses to your stats. the first time you level up, you can either emphasize one of the perks you have or fold in a new one. Now, I know for a fact Kiwi does not need Archaeologist because Agatha von Brunswick has us covered there. So Kiwi is going to emphasize survivalism and get this up to the 3rd level. She's going to give herself extra spirit and extra grit. Grit is awesome. It's a chance that a hit will totally miss you. Now she gets her 4th level ability, which is Loudmouth, or her 4th slotted ability, which is a devious attack. Let's see what Yvonne can do. Yvonne can add roguishness, or she can emphasize her beguilingness. I think we're going to take a touch of roguishness. And her 4th level ability is also a devious speech attack. We definitely want to emphasize Agatha von Brunswick's archaeological knowledge. So she now knows architecture, history, and medieval. Medieval what? History? Medieval art? I don't know, whatever that is. Oh yeah, of course, her 4th level power is lecture. This is where I think she grades your paper. Okay, everybody's leveled up. We're going to go ahead and try to clear out these encounters. I hope I don't regret this. Because Agatha has all these levels of archaeology, she is going to be able to perform this ritual very easily. Pony Carnival asks, he encountered a shop out in the wild. There are a few places like that. I think they're all clearly labeled. He says it wasn't clear that he could see what the thing in the shop would be until he bought it. I am 99.6% sure that you can look at an item's stats before you're ever locked into buying it. Oh, you know what? Maybe in the shops you can't, come to think of it. Those might be mystery buys. Yeah, I might have to defer to the 0.4% of my surety on that one. Oh, she got an archaeology perk. Did she already have that one? Oh, well, it hasn't. Now, looky there, yeah. So she's even better at archaeology. She is a veritable Indiana Jones. Alright, all this starvation. I hope I don't fail the final encounter because of these starvation effects. Broken Celtic pottery. Does anybody have any glue? Alright, just one more starvation effect. Thought we were going to lose resolve for a minute there. Okay, this is going to be painful. Look at this. Poor Yvonne. Look at all these debuffs. Alright, hopefully we're not going to lose this first encounter. Or this first boss fight. I'm just going to truck through all this. We're fighting this chick here. I think she is a devious one. We'll find out. Oh, it looks like aggressive. Well. Oh, no, friendly. Yikes. Okay. Alright, so she's friendly, which means we want to basically be aggressive towards her. If we are devious towards her while she's friendly, referring to my... I don't have this memorized, although it's in the game. You can always refer to it. I have it written out. If she's going to be friendly and we're going to be devious, it lowers our speech defense even further and makes us more vulnerable to her friendliness. So we're just going in guns blazing. Or whips, as is the case with Yvonne. This down here, another reason I moved our official 2:45 logo up here. Just a reminder, please like my videos, subscribe to my channel. What am I forgetting? I have a Patreon campaign at patreon.com/TomChick. Oh, if you would like a request for next Wednesday, it's awfully early for that. This would have been Request Wednesday, but I dodged that bullet. Feel free to start voting whenever you like. Just type in the chat channel, I vote for, blah, blah, blah. It'll go into a hat. There will be a raffle drawing Tuesday night to determine what I play Wednesday. So feel free to vote for that. Okay, let's see. So we're going to go aggressive. Oh, what I was saying is I moved the logo up here because you need to see this. Something that you can get tripped up on in these fights. She's probably going to call in these thugs as reinforcements. Mobsters. They're all mobsters? Yeah, they're all mobsters. If you just fight them and try to clear them out to then focus on the boss, you're probably going to lose. Your objective is just defeat the boss. So if I can just run in here and do a surgical strike, for instance, if I had a laser-guided bomb, I'd just drop it on her and I'd win this encounter. We haven't invented those yet, so we have to try to get over there and fight her. Alright, so who's got the lowest armor? Oh, good lord. Yeah, so this is the armor value here. Yikes. Yeah, we do not want Yvonne on the front line, which is good, because I think her whip is ranged. It is not ranged. Alright, let's just see how hard we can whip. Yep, so she can take someone out with the whip. So, because we are responding to their friendliness with aggression, we are our speech defense goes up. Alright, Kiwi being a scout has 5 movement, which is awesome. Now, she doesn't have any armor. Let's see. Enrage does not do a lot of damage. It does... Oh, it's an area effect. It gives everyone less armor, which is good, because we are going aggressive. Oh, look at this. This is perfect. Kiwi is going to go in and be a loudmouth, and she's got the perfect spot to do... Dagnabbit! She read that right. She's got a good spot to do it. I would have liked to have been standing there. Loudmouth, you will note, the power, which is the damage, is only 50% of her speech. Her speech is 22. So it would have done 11 points of damage. Because it's increased for each surrounding enemy, you know, if there are more people to whom you are a loudmouth, the louder you can be. She's now going to do full speech damage. So she's going to do 22 to everyone around her, and she's going to get 30 points of grit. 22 should kill this guy. He's only got 20 spirit. Yikes, she's at 90. Is she vulnerable to any? She's vulnerable to friendly powers that excite her. Alright, so anyway, Kiwi is going to do this. It will at least take out this mobster. And this is on a cooldown. Rocket Monkey is saying if you like a video, it might show up on your YouTube stuff, including... yeah, if you do not want YouTube to track what you're watching, then I guess don't like my stuff. Don't like anybody's stuff. Yeah, okay, I had not enabled these. That's what happened. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not trying to get anyone jammed up with YouTube spam. I confess I don't know a lot about how YouTube works. Does her lecture have range? It does not. I think she has... Okay, here's a range thing. Impress. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is... No, she's not easily impressed. She's easily excited. This is not range. I think this is the only thing we can do. Oh, no, perfect. Look. What does it do? Oh, this is when you want to save up. Its power increases for each turn. It's on cooldown, so we don't want to waste that yet. And all we can do is this, and I think it'll take care of... Yeah, it'll take care of that mobster. Alright, that monster likes us. Okay, that's what we did. Let's now see what we can weather with all these debuffs applied to our crew. Nobody die, nobody die, nobody die. Okay, I think we're alright. Now we just have to pile a lot of damage on Cassandra. Is that her name, Cassandra? Yeah. Okay, Yvonne is stuck back there, which is not good with all these negative... Look at that negative grit. I'm assuming that then... Yeah, she has a negative % chance of evading an ability. Well, she's going to be taking hits. Oh, and Kiwi isn't impressed, so her speech defense is down. Let's get this mobster out of the way. Oh, we're being aggressive, right. If we use our deviousness too much, we're going to switch over to deviousness. So let's pile on some aggression and then drive this back down to give us more room to be devious. Alright, get over here. Yeah, we don't have any way to appeal to her vulnerability to excitement. She does have her armor way down, so we will just punch her with a whip. Alright. Where's the animations? You guys saw me set this. Quick encounter. Oh, skips the... Okay, there. Alright, and Agatha von Brunswick using this stick right here. I'm assuming that's what will do the most damage. Yes. Let's see. What about the lecture? No. Metabaron points out it's the only game he knows with both pentagons and hexes mixed in the grid. It is weird, isn't it? Like, look, that what? We're excited. Excitement helps us with speech attacks. We attack better with speech when we're excited. Look here. 25% speech power bonus. Thanks, Cassandra. You have just sealed your doom. You know what? I think we'll just still punch her. Alright, so Kiwi will administer the coup de grace. Just gave myself a little applause. Okay, so we cleared out the first expedition. We got everything out of there. We're going to lose all these debuffs, but we're still going to be drunk on beer and fond of Agatha. Let's see what treasure we got. I forget what these do. Because they do something. Okay, oh, right. It's basically asking which of the resources I'm chasing. Do I want respect, which would be status? Do I want gold? Or do I want science? Let's just push the status. All in with status. And I know we already have this stupid thing, but now... So before, you will note my choice was between two different dumps of resources. I could either take 3 study and 3 collect, or 5 study. Here I can choose resources, or I can choose bonuses that will apply to the rest of the campaign. So if I'm playing a certain way, an artifact choice can feed into the way that I'm playing. And this is one of the ways that More to Explore really pushes up the amount of renown you can explore. You can accumulate at the end of the game, which is your score. All right, do we want additional research from study tokens, which is good to get early? Do we want 2 study? Okay, so we're going to be pushing devious encounters. So I think let's take this, which will give us... Oh no, let's take this, which will give us more campaign tokens for devious approaches. We might be going a little overboard with the status. This is so gratifying. Ah, yes, it's like raking in chips after a poker game, right? After a poker game in which you've done well, I should point out. Okay. Well, you know what? That's a good number. 606 status? Sure, I will take that. In 15 minutes, we're giving away 2 copies of this game. Stick around for that. Okay, this is just the leaderboards. We are a classy crook. I think this is based on how you resolved expeditions. It gives you a title. You always get that compass. I don't know why it keeps popping that up like I should be excited. Okay, so the first thing you want to do isn't spend your research. Well, actually, this could be. Because before you get your tokens for your insight, where you run around and deliver speeches, you want to decide what sort of entourage you're getting, because that can improve what you get from your tokens. Okay, let's look at what specialists we have. We're going to take this chick, because we're definitely pushing devious. Lady Vaduva gives us additional campaign token for more status when we resolve something deviously. And before we upgrade this, let's look at science, because there's a science that makes your upgrades in the status stores cheaper. And that is this. So if we want to go for history, we want to unlock this before we upgrade that status store. If I had a nickel for every time I bought this, after I'd already bought my upgrade in the status store, I would probably have 15 cents. Alright, do we want history, which gives us renown? Which one is this one? I think they reworked these in More to Explore. Either that, or I just don't remember them. Or maybe they reworked them in a patch. Yes, I'm going to go for the higher supply capacity, because dag nabbit, I am going to make some progress in Peru. Okay, we're going to get a skill. We know that Agatha von Brunswick is rocking that archaeology. So I guess we'll push Kiwi's is it survivalism? Oh no, naturalism. Nobody has naturalism. Yeah, we are kind of missing a scientist here, aren't we? Well, all the more reason to take this, right? Hazy Silhouette just did an awesome job. He's a Chris Markinson has been fantastic at being our archivist and researcher online. Hazy Silhouette, following his suit, just looked up what a Baryonyx is, because we have a Baryonyx claw. It's a genus of theropod dinosaur which lived in the Barremian stage, the early Cretaceous period. It's about 130, 125 million years ago. I'm sure you knew that. Very nice, Hazy Silhouette. Thank you. Rocket Monkey says, these research trees are my favorite thing about the game. I know, right? One of the things I've realized, you get your research. They become progressively more expensive as you buy them, of course. The first expedition, all of these right here, you can't buy these until you've done 2 expeditions, right? So I've always thought, well, of course then I want to buy one of these. One of the things I tried in my last game was just ignoring these, saving up all of my research until I'd done 2 expeditions, and then just buying deeply into these trees. I'm not really sure that it was the wise thing to do, but it was nice to be able to dig deeper out here than having to spend a lot of your points here early on. All right, so we're definitely going with this. Okay, should we just go hardcore archaeologist? Yeah, let's do that. No, you know what? I'm playing this for the long term. Let's go with naturalism and, who wants it? Because we need scientists. Yvonne, you look like you should learn some science. I don't know. Which one of these is least likely to be found on the adventure trail? Classical physics, right? You probably don't get a lot of that out in the world of pulp adventure. Okay, do we want to spend any of these? Extra study. Oh, extra. Yeah, we definitely want this. So the student who will improve our return for study tokens, and the insight will let us publish more papers. So we're going to hire a science assistant. And here we go. And this will give us more research in Berlin. I don't know how much we want to push research, though. Man, I'd like to get this extra 2 supplies. Because the more supplies you have, the more encounters you can have in an expedition, and therefore the more you can level up and acquire resources. All right, so we're going to do what it takes to get improved storage. Which is by clicking on it there. And I think we might be done with this for now. We might take the rest on a gift certificate and then push our way into one of these trees. Because do we care about this? No, not really. All right, so that's it for research for now. It's going to be kind of annoying to see this glowing brightly, but we're going to ignore that. Let's go ahead and spend our entourage. Let's spend our status on an entourage before we give our papers in Berlin, London, and what's the other one? Paris. Okay, fellows, which one of you guys wants to come with us? Oh, all of you. As I'm sure you know, each of these is a finite resource. If I wanted to buy 3 students right now, well, I can't. There's only 2 for hire. These 2 guys, the trader and the journalist, add to your encounter tokens. These guys, the lobbyist, student, and merchant, add to the tokens of their respective flavor. So these guys give you more status for campaign tokens, they give you more research for study tokens, they give you more gold for collect tokens. She gives me more gold for encounter tokens, he gives me more status for encounter tokens. I've played this enough that that shape sort of exists in my head when I look at this, and I think if I was designing this game, I would have grouped them differently to make that clear. Minor detail, but that's the sort of thing that if I were to make a game that I would probably drive the people doing the artwork and the interface, I would probably drive them batty with stuff like that. Like, no, you have to group these 2 together, and these also have to be grouped clearly to show that they correspond to these up here. All right, let's see what our level 2 specialists are. Ooh, gold from giving talks in Paris, which I believe will be... What is Paris? Oh, Paris is status. I'm liking that. Okay, this is not going to help us because we don't really... there's no guarantee that Yvonne is going to level up her naturalism. So, Hermit Scientist Heinrich, that's your middle name? Oh, no, he's a... Hermit was his first name, Scientist was his middle name. That's what he is, he's a Hermit Scientist. All right, Heinrich, we're not hiring you, I'm sorry. Champion Vasilia... quick thinker, we don't have any quick thinking. Let's go ahead and hire Minette, the Impressionist painter. And then we'll give at least a talk or 2 in Paris for some extra gold. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's see what we can get with level 3. And remember, they're mutually exclusive. Who do we want here? We're not going to be friendly. We're not going to... Oh, Pinkerton himself. He's kind of your, who's James Bond's boss? M, Q, S, V, whatever. Judi Dench. He's like the Judi Dench to the party. Here we go. Gives us extra study for being devious. Igor. Seems like he would be good for us. BG Hunter is going to help us if we resolve encounters aggressively. So my party is going to be anything but friendly. Friendly is where I'm super weak. I do think we might be aggressive in some senses. So we're going to hire the... I'm guessing this stands for Big Game Hunter. Now we're going to take the rest on these... Oh, yeah, of course. As we level up the store, it adds more of these people. All right, encounter tokens you will always get. Encounter tokens are great, so let's just add to what they give us. All right, now let's give some talks. Okay, if we go to London, and you can just mouse over, London's just going to give us a little bit of gold, and Kiwi is going to earn a little extra gold if she gives a lecture in London. However, if we campaign in Paris for more status, look at all that. Yeah. I think we're going to spend a fair bit of time, Yvonne, campaigning in Paris. Let's see what Berlin would do. Research is not really. Yeah. All right, Yvonne. She is from Montreal. I can't believe I know this. Where's her details sheet? Can you not access her backstory? At any rate, trust me, she's from Montreal. This is actually a good question. About the scores. I hope one of you guys didn't beat my high score. I will not have that if so. The More to Explore add-on now bifurcates the scoreboard. So there's one scoreboard for the core game, there's one for people with More to Explore. I don't think they could have done it any other way, because as I mentioned earlier, More to Explore dramatically affects the score at the end of the game. It gives you way more tools to emphasize your score, which I think is a good thing. So, separate scoreboards, which is as it should be. But yeah, I can imagine it might be annoying if you want to compare, if your friends are all playing More to Explore and you don't have it. But really, the question there is, why don't you have it? Okay, Yvonne, keep campaigning in Paris. Look at all the insight we've got. Oh, we got it from the science tree, of course. Oh, and I'm sorry, Canuck said, one of the things I would like to do is get the... He didn't say this is me saying this. Get the chat to show up on the screen for people who watch this after the fact. So right now, though, I'm having to read the chat and let you guys know about things. Canuck said that... Yeah, oh, sorry, and it was pointed out in the chat channel that the 2:45 watermark... Look at that. Cockeyed Joe, that's his name. It's a little bit high, shouldn't it be lower? Yes, Canuck, as was pointed out, it should, but we're going to have some interface information there that I didn't really want to cover. At other points in the game, this will be dead space. It'll be perfectly positioned. Alright, so we're getting gold, which we're going to use to go buy equipment. And we've got some more status we can spend. Go to the status store. Let's go ahead and get another journalist to give us extra status from encounters, and another trader to give us extra gold from encounters. And we have 53 left. Oh, we'll take it for a little extra gold. The merchant. Let's go now shopping. And you will note, everybody still likes Agatha. Everybody's still a happy drinker. Occasionally enjoys some German lager. Who amongst us is that not true of? Me, by the way. I hate beer. It's so weird, isn't it? I cannot stand beer. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and... so these are the tier... I upgraded to get to these little tier 2 bonuses. Just looking at the values over here. So the machete gives us athleticism. The monkey wrench gives us engineer. This adds survivalism. Oh, no, she's fine with survivalism. What is it that she... Yeah, she's already good there. Diplomacy, we're not going to mess with that. Alright, let's just take some combat bonuses. So, for defense... Oh, we have a scout. I get so used to looking at this and thinking, oh, look at those bonuses, and it's for scouts only. Don't always have a scout in the party, but boy, I do this time. Kiwi, we have these very nice shoes for you to wear. enjoy them. How do those feel? Walk up and down the aisle a little bit. Make sure they feel. Is there room for your toe? Let me press the front of the shoe. Is your toe right there? Okay, good. You're going to wear that. Once again, if I would deeply appreciate it if you like my videos when you're watching them. Also subscribe to the channel. Check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/TomChick. And now, once we finish shopping, I'm going to give away 2 copies of this game to you guys. Unfortunately, it's not the DLC. They didn't give me these. These were donated from various folks. I think Chris Markets. No, that was. Maybe I did get these. At any rate, these are just keys for the core game. I'm afraid you're on your own for more to explore. Let me finish spending my 150 gold for some nice. Let's see what sort of defenses we have here. Nobody has really good defenses. Let's boost Yvonne's speech defense with a nice, good memento. Yvonne, put this on. That looks lovely on you. Alright, we're ready to go on an expedition. We've spent our resources. We're going to save our research for later on when we've unlocked the next level of advances in the tech tree. Here are oh yeah, mild spoiler, but here's our deck. Here's what we've got. We got rid of these. We are now going to draw these 4 next time. I think I should know this. These get shuffled here, right? Yeah, it's not going to just leave us without cards. And we played this card. We've got, what do we have coming up? Scavenger. What is this one? Campaign Charm. Yeah, well, we'll see what those are when we draw them. Here, of course, are our treasures that we got that apply. Our Baronic's Claw. Our entourage. We know all this. Okay. Anybody who wants a Steam key for Renowned Explorers, type into the chat channel just the words Renowned Explorer. Or Explorers. Or you know what? The letters RE. Capital, lowercase, whatever you like. I'm going to write your name down, and then we are going to go to a random number generator. Watch this fancy thing. While we do this, there. So just so you guys don't, you know what? You don't need to look at that. Look at the map. It's way prettier. Canuck down for. Oops, let me go to a new page on my notepad. Anybody else? If you'd like a copy of Renowned Explorers, just type it in there. Shiram, Richard Holt. If you already have it, have another copy. Give it to one of your friends. Spread the love. Space Explorer. Very aptly named for a copy of Renowned Explorers. Pony Carnival. Not so aptly named for a copy of Renowned Explorers. Bangarang 2003. Tomorrow I'll be I'll be live streaming a tower defense game. How absurd is that? Trust me, it's not. It's totally not as bad as you're thinking. Hazy Silhouette, down for a copy of Renowned Explorers. Silhouette is one of those words that it's taken me years, but I'm proud that I no longer have to look it up when I spell it. Rocket Monkey says he won't participate since he's not ready to play it yet. Rocket Monkey, I might put you down anyway because it's okay to sit on a key for a while. It is okay. As a matter of fact, it's not only okay, it is a long-standing, respected, widespread tradition to get a game, let it sit in your Steam queue for months, years, before you finally get around to it. It's called a backlog. You deserve one. Put yourself down for it. Come on, Rocket Monkey. Meta Baron. Oh, in that case, I meant Meta Baron. Good. Yeah, come on. Or I'm surely you know someone who's got, a birthday, an anniversary, a graduation coming up. Give them a copy of Renowned Explorers. Alexander B. All right, so let me read the names. If I have missed your name, let me know. Right now we have Canuck, Shiram, Richard Holt, Space Explorer, Pony Carnival, Bangarang 2003, Hazy Silhouette, Meta Baron, and Alexander B. Did I miss any names? Let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 names and 2 copies to give away. That means you have a 50% chance of winning a copy. How do I figure that? Simple. If you know math, you can determine it's a 50% chance. One of two things is going to happen when I pull two names from a hat, numbers. You're either going to win the game or you're not going to win the game. I guarantee you one of those two things will happen. There's a 100% chance that one of those two things will happen. What is 100 divided by 2? That's right, 50. 50% chance. All right, Rocket Monkey. I am so putting you down for a copy. I should mention this. You can't win both copies, I'm afraid. And that I'm not singling Rocket Monkey out. That's all of you should know. All right, we have 10 names. 2 of them will win. That means you have you have a 50% chance of winning, but 2 of the 10 of you winning means that 1 in 5 of you will win. And that's 20%. Be sure to tune in for my math podcast every week. I just do a lot of algebra. All right, I'm going to random.org. Let me check the chat channel, make sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, here we go. Random, minimum 1, maximum 10. Generate, here comes the first number. 3. Richard Holt, down for a copy of Renowned Explorers. So now I'm going to generate a number between 1 and 10. If it's a 3, I'm going to generate again. Richard Holt, you can't win both copies. Sorry. Here we go. And the second number is 6. Bangarang 2003. All right, so if you guys would send me a message, congratulations, on YouTube, I will reply to it with a copy of the Steam key for a copy of Renowned Explorers. If you don't know how to send a message on YouTube, and Lord knows I can't help you because I don't know how to do it, I just know how to reply to them. Hopefully someone in the chat channel will explain it. And if they don't, well, I'll be sure to get in there and make sure I know how to contact you. All right, congratulations. That's right, my math, Richard Holt points out, the math definitely bore out. There was a 100% chance for one of those two things to happen for each of you. None of the 10 of you had a third option, which would have made it a 33% chance of winning. So there we go. Okay, congratulations. We are now going to go forward with an expedition. I'm not going to play through a whole game here for you. One of the things I would like to do with the stream is make it more accessible to people who only want to sit down for 20, 30 minutes. So some of the things that I may be toying with is just doing a sort of an introductory 20 minutes and then breaking it into a separate video for, hey, if you want to sit around and watch longer. But what I won't be doing is playing the whole game here. So I'm partly because I also don't want to spoil any more of the new content for you. But I do want you to see what happens at the next campfire. All right, so where do we want to go? The first thing we want to consider is that we're a devious bunch. A devious bunch of happy drinkers who like Agatha. So we want to look for where deviousness works. Is that the Caribbean? No. Pirates are aggressive. It must be Hungary then. Can I say something that's awfully racist? No, it's actually not racist. It would be nationalist. All Hungarians are crazy. Sorry, is that a dick thing to say? I've never met and not necessarily in a bad way, I've never met a Hungarian who's not crazy. All right, we're going to Hungary, where we're going to be devious. What's my evidence, by the way, for saying that? Why am I saying that? I had a half-Hungarian girlfriend who was crazy. I mean, have I known... Maybe I'm just basing it on one ex-girlfriend. What a terrible thing to do, right? Okay, here we go. Here we go. See, look, this is going to glow the whole time. I didn't know this. I don't know if this is new. I could go in now and buy research. I could still research stuff while I'm out in the woods of Hungary. Yeah, if there are Hungarians, that was just ill-conceived on my part. If there are Hungarians out there, I apologize. I'm just funning. Look at that little thing. What is that? Well, fortunately, because we don't believe in nonsense, this would normally be our only option. But because Agatha does not believe in nonsense, you can tell by looking at her, I have the option to, what's this, a joke? Wow, okay, a weird little Rumpelstiltskin fella. Okay, so Kiwi is most likely, because of her quick thinking, her wits. If we fail, however, she's going to lose some speech, which is basically her attack for devious and friendly attacks. What is her speech at? 31, which is good. All right, I think let's take this risk because we're going to get some gold. Should I be playing it safe? No, I want gold. Oh, good. Oh, yes, sweet. I was about to fire Kiwi. I just... I don't understand that joke. How do you get Agatha out of a bathtub? Throw in the soap. I would need that little imp to come back and explain the joke to me. Actually, I told the joke. Kiwi, I need you to explain the joke to me. Okay. I'm normally easily amused, but Ooh, look. We found a medieval devil. Okay, here is part of the learning curve in Renowned Explorers. Why would I want 2 green things when I get 4 green things? No. These green things are called secrets. These are campaigns. They both give you status. Secrets give you a whole ton of extra status. Now, how much status actually varies. Until you actually buy it, or until you actually get it and it shows up here, you don't know, which is that true? Yeah. So if I hover over here, it's telling me exactly how much gold I get from a collect token. This is not consistent from game to game because it takes into account any bonuses you may have from, say, your entourage. So there's no fixed number. So Pinkerton is saying, hey, the 2 secrets are ultimately better than the campaign and study. I think, though, I might actually go for the extra research. Sorry, Pinkerton. Hazy Silhouette suggests that the bathtub thing was a surface tension joke. A prison shower joke, it could have been. What is the old... There's an old logical fallacy, or maybe it's some physics puzzle, where someone determined that if you take a bucket filled to the brim with water, and then you put a fish in it, it doesn't spill any of the water. Which, of course, is a fallacy. The fish, the concept is displacement. The fish displaces some of the water, it'd spill out of the bucket. But wasn't there some medieval experiment that was supposed to prove otherwise? If you know it, type it in the chat channel. I think it's got a name. Okay, do we want to go for an encounter or gold? Let's go for an encounter. Let's punch some Hungarians. Cultists! Alright, cultists, here we come. Archimedes. Richard Holt, you might be right. That does sound like an Archimedean principle of some sort. Look at all the status we get for being devious. Oh my gosh, we're going to be so renowned for our deviousness. Is that going to wash with cultists? Let's find out. They are devious as well. When you have devious on devious violence, referring to my handwritten notes here, friendly powers have a bonus, right? It's who's going to break first and then take the trump power. And when you're friendly against deviousness, you knock down... Oh, you get extra speech defense. Yeah, alright, so we're just going to be devious on devious in this battle. We've got 1 red cultist. What's the deal with him? He's got 80 spirit, whereas these guys have 26 spirit. Alright, some little weaklings. The brown cultists. Cultists have no speech defense. Of course not, they're cultists. I mean, that's why they're cultists, right? Okay, Yvonne has her area effect taunt, which is no. Oh, that's ranged. Kiwi has the area effect taunt. Kiwi is going to get in here and be a loudmouth. Actually, should Kiwi come back here and keep these guys busy? Let's just see how much damage it does. Oh yeah, it takes out 2 of them. Alright, Kiwi, you cover our rear. What's going on with not getting the little animations? Hold on a second. Skip. Okay. I guess they just don't always appear. I was getting attached to them. Alright. Agatha has the thing on cooldown. We don't want to use that. Yvonne has this, which is a ranged attack. Is this the cone? No. Oh, wow, look how much it hurts that cultist. Yeah, Yvonne, go ahead and kick in with some... Oh, there we go. Taunted and ruffled, she basically accused the red cultist of looking like a badger. I don't know if you guys saw that. Oh, Left Empty points out correctly you don't get close-up animation for area of effect attacks. Yeah, of course, because it doesn't know which character to highlight. Very good, Left Empty. Thank you. All right, Agatha, get in here. Let's see what you can do. Why is her speech defense down? Oh, for being drunk, for being a happy drinker. There's not a tab for that. There's not a buff icon for that. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And I bet she can finish off the red cultist. Richard Holt wants to know what sort of cultists we're dealing with here. He's curious to have some more backstory. These are cultists who worship the cult that's in the main Hungarian fort, where we fight a... Is that where the abbess is? No, she's in Scotland. You know what, Richard Holt? That's an excellent question, and we're going to find out during the boss battle, I bet. Kelly Whitmire, thank you for the welcome back. Yes, I'm resuming. I will be here every night, 6 p.m. Pacific, every weeknight. Haha. Cultist fumbled. Tomorrow, I am live streaming a tower defense game that is not as bad as you were thinking it is. I promise. And I'm giving away 6 copies of it. 6 copies. That means if 7 of you show up, you each have a 50% chance to win a copy. Oh, it's called Hero Defense Haunted Island. And it is... So I'm as vulnerable to being into tower defense games as the next guy. Like, they're kind of brainless. You just sit down and you play them. This has a very nice twist to it. A couple of them that I want to show you guys tomorrow. On Friday, I'll be streaming Homefront and giving away 2 copies? 1 copy? At any rate, at least 1 copy of that. No. Oops. I think I lied. I'm giving away a bunch of games on Friday. I don't know if Homefront is among them. I have to look that up. Alright, we're going to be devious to this cultist and finish him off. Blah, blah. Richard Toll asks if we have a live stream for the AoE 3 game. I play Age of Empires 3 with Jason McMaster every week. He streams it on Twitch. We do this basically. It varies, but basically 4 p.m. Pacific on Wednesdays. And then I'll post the video later on YouTube. If you watch the Twitch stream, you'll of course be seeing his perspective. If you watch the video, you'll be seeing my perspective. You get to hear both of us, though. Kelly Whitmire asks, Tower Defense Haunted Mansion? Is that a thing? It's actually Tower Defense Haunted Island. Look at all this we got for being devious. We broke our opponent's minds. We got truffles from the cultists, which gives us status. Alright, we've got... Oh, whoa. Poor taste. We have 9 out of 11 supplies, which is going to give us a fair bit of room to range around. What is this? A status... let's uncover and fog some more. Bandits? No, we're not gonna... Please, we're not gonna run away from bandits. Let's punch some bandits. Or be devious to them. Look at all this. Oh, it's so nice, isn't it? Oh, yeah, of course. These icons, this basically says this is an unfavorable advantage. This is pointing out that the bandits will leave us loot. So I'm guessing more collect tokens, or maybe a treasure token. Alright, bandits, let's check you guys out. What's your whole deal? 38 spirit, that's a healthy amount. Good armor, 0 speech defense, and they're being aggressive, so our deviousness will suit us perfectly. This should not last more than 1 round. Oh, whoops, no. Keep confusing who has the area effect. Alright, Kiwi, with your loud mouth. Chris Markinson pointed out that, yes, someone at McMaster's house was cooking. Unfortunately, I think McMaster does not quite have the luxury I do in terms of being shut into a room when he streams. Wait, why isn't that? Oh, there we go. But yes, it made me hungry. Haha, he looks like a badger, or a skunk. Rocket Monkey saying so far he loves the tower defense genre. And yeah, we'll talk about some of those tomorrow. I do too. My problem, you know, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but I I play way more tower defense games than I probably should, considering how similar so many of them are. Here's another encounter. We love encounters because they give us experience, right? If we look here, Kiwi is about halfway up. Experience isn't gained equally, by the way. The amount you need to go to the next level is always equal. But so I think it has to do with a couple of things. I'm not sure, I keep meaning to test this. I'm not sure in combat if everybody gets the same experience points or if it maybe varies by who did how many kills or whatever. But I know that, for instance, when you spin on the wheel, only that character gets experience points. So you can definitely have some characters outlevel others. Alright, you cultists. They're looking for a sinking cathedral. Yeah, let's pretend we know what we're talking about, because we're devious. Alright, let's fight some cultists again. Hazy Silhouette points out that the sound of someone cooking during the Age of Empires 3 stream that I did with McMaster, that was the sound of McMaster's buildings burning. That was definitely an audio feature of that particular stream. Alright, you've got two tough red cultists over here. Kiwi, why don't you go pin these guys down as best as you can? They are so annoyed. Now, what does annoyance get them? Yep, a reduction in armor. So if we wanted to go aggressive, which we don't want to do because their deviousness will trump our aggressiveness. Who else has an area effect? No, that's the thing on cooldown. I guess that's ranged. Alright, you come on back here. And cover the rear, and then Agatha von Brunswick will move forward, and because she has a ranged. No, that's the one on cooldown. Dadgummit. Alright, she'll come back here and be devious. She graded his paper. Or her. We don't know if cultists are dudes or chicks. They're probably both, you know. Cults tend to be equal opportunity. Haha. So Kiwi has grit. What you're partly seeing there is the effect of Kiwi's grit, causing a hit to be a miss. Yvonne is cranky. That's what that little thing means there. There's no inherent effect to being cranky. It just means if she gets a negative buff, it will be one of the in the negative. If she gets a debuff and it's in the negative area, it will kick in. So she could be terrified, saddened. What's the third one? I can't remember. Yeah, look at this grit right here. Look at that. Nobody can touch her. Unfortunately, she's not in a good place to finish them off. And her area effect thing is on cooldown. I think that's a 4-turn cooldown. No, 3 turns. Yvonne, did you have a ranged thing? Yes. Let's get over here. See if we can finish. Oh, still. That's right. Red cultists are fairly tough. We have a vote for next Wednesday. It means I'm now going to have to put into my pad the official request Wednesday listing for next Wednesday. Hazy Silhouette is voting for We Happy Few. What is that? Sounds like a Battle of Britain game. Or no. Henry V? What is that? Alright, I'm putting down We Happy Few. And then in parentheses, Hazy Silhouette. What is that, Hazy Silhouette? Pat Bateman says he believes women make up the majority of cultists. Pat Bateman, it sounds like you've seen Martha Marcy May Marlene. A really cool movie with Elizabeth Olsen. Left Empty accuses me of... He's implying that I'm using Foley effects for the taking notes bit of the podcast. Listen to me. I'm still so new to this whole streaming thing. Yeah, we do have analog features to this streaming. Don't even try to punch Kiwi. You guys are just... It's never going to work. Alright, Yvonne, why can you not... Oh, zone of control thing? I guess so, yeah. Okay, so get out of the way there to make room for Agatha. And I think now Agatha, is this range? Yes. Agatha is going to grade his paper. I don't know if you saw, she pulled out a megaphone. Oh, left empty says it's grass. Yeah, so that's there is rough terrain here. There's terrain outlined in yellow where you heal up, but there's definitely rough terrain that requires extra movement points. You know. Hazy Silhouette says that we Happy Few, Lucky Few, We Happy Few is a pre-release alpha, a first-person survivalish game of paranoia and survival in a drugged-out dystopian English city in 1964. Hey, Hazy Silhouette, that synopsis that I just read started out bad and got better and better with each successive word until by the end of it, I desperately wanted to play. So good. I love you guys bringing my attention to things like that. Chris Markinson notes that you can't purchase it. It's not up for sale, at least not on Steam. That might be problematic. A lot of nothing over there. Let's move up here. We'll scout out the area around the Hungarian fort. Some very unhappy bandits. Yikes, they're going to be stealing our supplies. Oh, so, okay, we need tactics. Yeah, we don't have a tactician, so our best chance is Yvonne's 20% chance to avoid losing a supply. Very nice, Yvonne. Well done. Yvonne, you get a medal. Yeah, look at this horde of campaign tokens. And each of these, what's our entourage? Yeah, well, we've only got 2 journalists. But they're going to add 2. Yeah, that 10 to 15, I think, takes into account the fact that each journalist adds 0 to 1 or 2 status. So, okay, here now we're talking. We can go for a nature challenge, and we have a good survivalist with Kiwi, or we can go for research and encounter. Well, we can do both, right? We've still got 6 food left. All right, so no one who's athletic enough to carry our stuff through the swamp. Once again, we're relying on Yvonne. She has a 50% chance to do this. Stop! 50%, because of course 1 of 2 things is going to happen. 100 divided by 2 is 50. Okay, did you guys see that out of the corner of the screen? A little pulsing thing. We had gone over, I thought it was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why is this still gold? How do we get... How did we jump? I'm a little unclear what happened because I thought we went here. At any rate, every node you hit fills this up a little bit. When it fills up, as it just has now, we now get to do our campfire for this particular expedition. Let's see what's going to happen. Richard Holt. So I am equally perplexed and delighted when you guys pick something I've never even heard of. So the sound effects here include this paper. You guys can hear that. Who can tell me what this sound effect is? Well, you want to talk analog. I don't know if it's a spoiler, but Agatha von Brunswick would be very pleased at what that sound effect was. If you have a guess, let me know, and then I'll tell you. Richard Holt votes for Saul Trader. Richard Holt. Richard, tell me a little about that. That sounds cool. That's one of those games that the name is a little bit dull, but it tells me what I need to know, I guess. Chris Markinson guessed that that noise was an abacus. Abacus? Abacus? It's a word I write but don't have to say out loud. Kelly Whitmire guesses a mimeograph. Richard Holt is closest, suggesting that I was sharpening a pencil with a hunting knife. No, it's one of those old school, although it's kind of newfangled, pencil sharpeners like you have in a schoolroom, where you put the pencil in the little hole and you turn the crank. Left Empty suggests it's a roller dex. Chris Magazine, you definitely spelled abacus or abacus right. Yeah, I just don't know how to say it. It's ancient Greek. You don't have to say it right? You just write it. Who knows how the ancient Greeks talked? Okay, here we've got these two base cards. We pretty much don't want to... Although, Resolve would be nice, although I don't anticipate losing lives anytime soon. This will come around later. Let's go ahead and take one of these to give us a bonus when we succeed on a wheel. So this, and remember, these cards, this is for a Beguiler, this is for a Survivalist. Remember when we chose our characters, these cards would not be available unless we had someone with Beguile and someone with Survivalist perks in our party. So you're never going to draw one of these and be in a situation where you're like, oh, I don't have anyone with Diplomacy. The card is useless. Your deck is always going to be based on who is in the party. You're never determining the cards directly. You don't pick a card per se. You pick a party member, and then the cards that apply to that party member get thrown into the deck. So we know that Kiwi is our Survivalist, and Yvonne is, of course, our Beguiler. Kiwi has to be at level 4. Why is that? What is Kiwi at? She's only at level 3, so that won't help us yet. So I think, assuming... Oh, I wonder if it's deliberately putting the requirement one level beyond what we've got. Either way, it seems a little cruel. All right, well, do we want to go for the reward being supplies, or do we want to go for it being campaign? We want supplies, because by the time I get to the Andes, and I'm sorry I'm not taking you guys with me because that's way too many spoiler stuff. You should be playing the Andes yourself. When I get to the Andes, I want extra supplies. So I'm taking this counting on being able to last longer in the Andes. Oh, yeah, of course, it's Kiwi. Oh, wait. Is she also going to get it? No. Why is it pulling a... Oh, no. Pick a target crew member. Oh, I click again. I am running into an interface issue here. Do I pick her up here? Oh, because I don't have the prereq... That's what's going on. Ooh, so angry. I have to take one of these crappy ones. Alright, well... Yeah, it won't let me, alright. Okay, here's what these buttons are. I'm going to keep these in my hand. I do not want to discard these. Next time we have a campfire, I want to make sure they're in my hand. And we will take the extra... let's take the extra gold. I don't plan on losing lives yet. And here's the backstory for why we get extra gold from the scavenger story card. 8 collect. I will take those. I'm just going to buy someone some very nice gear when we get back to town. Richard Holt saying, oops. Oh, about Soul Trader. He's not sure what it is exactly. It's some kind of crazy-sounding space game that's out Monday. You just want to basically throw me on that grenade, right? It might be terrible. Which, by the way, fair enough. If you don't know if a game is any good, even if you hate a game, if you just want to watch me fumble around with it for, an hour or two, feel free to pick it. You have a 50% chance of winning, of having your name drawn. So, yeah, fair enough. If you just want to know, hey, what's this game? I'm going to make Tom mess around with it for a while. That's a perfectly viable vote. Alex Chapman votes for Witcher 3. Oh, I so need to sink back into that. Now, this... I don't want to, show any favoritism or anything, but, Alex, I hope you win. Richard does say Soul Trader is by ex-Elixir/Bullfrog people. Left Empty says that apparently he's quoting something. It's elite with social network and persistence and unique NPC interaction and procedurally generated universe. Remember when Hazy Silhouette wrote the synopsis for We Happy Few and how each successive word made me want to play it more? Each successive word there made me want to play it less. And Hazy Silhouette points out, I love that you guys are keeping track of this stuff, an abacus is Mesopotamian. Duh. Ancient Greek. What was I thinking? Very good. Very good, Hazy Silhouette. Canuck says, for Request Wednesday, The Escapists. I actually booted that up a couple of months ago. They have a Walking Dead. Basically, they have a themed zombie either add-on or mod that I was curious to look at, and I thought I should look at the core game first. I didn't mess with it very much, but yeah, I definitely have seen that. I'm putting you down for The Escapist, Canuck. All right, let's see. We have 4 supplies left, so we can go one. Yeah, that's the end. We can go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can work up. Let's go over here. We want this encounter. Cultists. I love these little crazy guys. Canuck warns that the Walking Dead mod for The Escapist isn't very good. Canuck, don't break my heart. Okay, you cultists, let's go. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. Remember when I was looking at the expeditions, and I was thinking, okay, where do we want to go next? Because my party takes a devious approach to things. And I clicked on the Caribbean. I was like, no, the pirates are aggressive. We don't want to go there. Yeah, we do. We're devious. Deviousness trumps aggression. Ugh. I should be in the Caribbean. I mean, I'm doing fine here, but that's... And I should know that. All right, is it just these 3 cultists? Really? That's all you guys brought? Just the 3 of you? All right. Oh, no, 4 of you. I can't count. All right, it's going to be embarrassing. First of all, we don't want this guy standing here very long because he's going to be healing up each turn. All right, Kiwi, get in there and do your loudmouth thing. Goodbye. Get out of the way because we want one of our guys to stand there. Agatha, let's see, we're going to need a ranged thing to get in there. Who's got the ranged attack? Keep forgetting. It's friendliness. We don't want that. Friendliness, no, nothing. Alright, well, we're going to have to hope on... I think Yvonne can get... Nope, out of reach. So this must be the rough terrain. Oh, actually impassable, it looks like. Alright, let's see. We will taunt the brown cultist. Left empty, yes, the Escapists... The Walking Dead is for the Escapists game, and I'm guessing it's, yeah, because in the show they hold up in a prison. Why can't I get here? She's got, 3 points of movement. What? Where did that come from? What? She's a scout. I thought she's supposed to have 5. I'm not happy with you not telling me why she only has 3 points of movement, Renowned Explorers. This is a minor deal because I'm in no danger, but what I should have done was taken him out, or her out. Pat Bateman asks, how does Request Wednesday work? Pat, all you have to do is at some point when I'm streaming, type into the chat channel, I vote for, and then write the name of a game. I'll write it down here on a piece of paper, this piece of paper, right here on my pad. And then Tuesday night, I will draw from a hat. I will actually just, from random.org, I will determine one of those games. They all have an equal chance of winning. And then I will jump into that on Wednesday. I can't guarantee you that it will be an entertaining or a particularly informative stream. It might be you guys watching me learn a game. But that's on you. You picked it. So if you ever... And you can vote anytime. You can wait until I am about to draw on Tuesday nights if you like. Alright, now here's where, and I don't think it's the case, here's where I would like to know if varying amounts of experience points, if experience points vary by who does how many attacks or whatnot. Because do I want Agatha von Brunswick to get the XP, or Yvonne? And I'm pretty sure, I think I've checked this, but I forgot, that everybody gets the same amount of XP no matter what. It just occurred to me... Oh. Real person, by the way. Here you go. Here's why all Hungarians are crazy. Do you guys know who Elizabeth Bathory is? She, like, bathed in the blood of virgins. Literally. Literally. I'm not saying that figuratively, like she went on a killing spree. She literally bathed in the blood of virgins. That's her, right? And I know that from some dippy horror movie. I don't even remember which one. Do we want study or campaign? I like all this, but let's not go overboard. Let's get a little tech is always good. Okay, here's what I wanted you guys to see and what I was hoping would happen. So if you remember the story card for Agatha von Brunswick, last time, not the last time, the time before last when we were at a campfire, she broke out a little bit of German lager. We enjoyed it. We're all happy drinkers now. Look at this. Yep. This is, and I believe it is, what I don't know, does this always happen with Agatha's card? Or is it a die roll that's causing it to happen now? But at any rate, Kiwi is not handling the beer that well, and you will note she had, well, let's upgrade her first. Okay, do we want her to get a bonus for the collection wheel? Oh, what gives her the enrage? 20 grit. Okay, yeah. So we can add a collect token every time she spins the wheel. We're not going to do that because look at this one. Every time she uses an enrage ability, which is her default taunt and her loudmouth, she gets plus 20 grit. Look at her grit. It'll be 69. It'll be a huge, enormous amount of grit that will basically mean nothing hits her. And this is important because do you see what her speech defense is now? I suspect that has to do with the random event that just hit her. So we definitely need things that help her get grit. Everybody gets this at some point. She's going to get an extra trinket token. All right, let's see what's going on with her. Is it just minus 50 speech defense on this? It just says loss. Is that it? Is that why? Well, it's not from liking Agatha. It's not from the beer, and it's certainly not from resolving conflicts with deviousness. So yeah. It looks like it's just this expedition that her headache lasts. That's good. Headaches aren't permanent, right? Richard Holt, our also weighing in. This is so cool. You guys can do this. I don't know if he's citing this from memory, if he looked it up. My guess is the latter. Writes, Bathory and 4 collaborators were accused of torturing and killing hundreds of young women between 1585 and 1610. Hazy Silhouette notes she puts the Hun in Hungary. All right, Yvonne. Oh, look at what a diverse set of skills she's got. Do we want to add? Oh. Okay, let's see. So gain a campaign token when we resolve a battle deviously. That's really going to push an advantage we've got going. Oh, and she's about to get her group insult. Or humiliation. Gain extra speech on her sadden. And sadden is that, oh, that's her default devious attack. I kind of like that, but yeah, let's go with that. So basically, whenever she uses sadden, which is this default devious attack, her speech will go from 30. You guys ready for some serious math? It'll get plus 50% to become 45. I'm telling you guys, I don't fool around when it comes to math. We still have 3 foods left, so we're going to go 1, 2, and then whatever's back here, 3, into the Hungarian fort. Yeah, Kiwi's survivalist instinct lets us get this fruit. Oh, it's a fruitful part of the swamp. I just saw the word fruit. That may not be literal. Oh, yeah, thank you so much. And when I miss something for Request Wednesday or for someone putting their name in for a drawing, I love it when you guys remind me, because I apologize for that. Chris Markinson says that Pat Bateman voted for Graviteam Tactics Musefront. What the? Okay. And Pat, you were specifically asking about that, so sorry that I did not see your chat. If I ever don't see anything, absolutely get back in there with it. Pat Bateman, is that a typo or is it actually called Musefront? It sounds like some crazy anime robot thing. Graviteam Tactics. I'm just going to put MF in case that's not correct. Hazy Silhouette notes that We Happy Few may not be available, so you can certainly change your vote. Oh my God, jeez! It's a tank tactics game set on the Eastern Front. You guys are killing me. It used to be called Achtung Panzer. So not Valkyria Chronicles, basically. The only winner so far at Request Wednesday, I've only been able to do it once, Europa Universalis 4, which I can't imagine anybody stuck with it, came down to me running around the new world, looking at a randomized new world, looking at the names Paradox came up with their random name generator for the territories. All right, more supplies. That'll let us run around. We can now run around a little bit longer in Hungary. See the countryside. Let Kiwi enjoy her headache. Ooh, a small horror story. I like that. You guys know this, by the way. Why is that green? Because it's giving us status. Okay, why is that green? Giving us status, yep. So, Muse front, M-I-U-S. What does that actually mean? I know the M-A-U-S is mouse, right? What is Muse? All right, we have 2 foods left, so let's get this gold and then head into the Hungarian fort and draw this expedition to a close. Why is this yellow? Well, that's a dead giveaway because it gives you gold. Chris Markinson said, I'd love to vote for Vietnam 65. I don't think anyone else would want to watch it if it won. I appreciate that, Chris. And no one, first of all, if you vote for something, I don't expect you necessarily to show up. This is just, I absolutely just want to throw the gates open to whatever. It's not, the idea isn't, oh, it's something I really want to see. If you just want, as a lark, me to play something, I'm happy to do it. I can't guarantee I'll spend all 2 hours doing it, but I will definitely give it a spin. And you don't also have to worry about whether or not it has commercial appeal. I'm happy to do whatever you guys want me to do. That's the whole point of Request Wednesday. So Chris Markinson, if between now and Wednesday you decide you want to see a stream of Vietnam 65, absolutely throw that in there. Vietnam 65, by the way, is a super, considering what it is, it's a pretty accessible game. Canucks guesses, oh, Muse is a river in Ukraine. Do you date yourself when you say you have an instinct to call it the Ukraine? Because I sure do. It's hard to shake. All right, here we go. Here we go. Nasty cultists. I think it was Richard Holt asking about the backstory of the cult. Let's find out. Left Empty says that Vietnam 65 is very repetitive. I get what you're saying, but I kind of disagree in that I think the cool thing about Vietnam 65 that is not readily apparent, it's a terraforming game. It's about taming a little patch of wilderness. And it is repetitive, but there's a clear sense of progression as you're driving back the Viet Cong, as you're claiming bits on the map. It's very clearly under the rubric of territory control. So yeah, some of the actual activities, and a lot of it is, hey, I got to fly a helicopter up to give these guys some bullets. That's not super dramatic, but there is a definite progression to it that I think someone who's really into it, a good streamer, could maybe bring out. And I'm not saying that's me. I don't know if I could. But yes, you're correct. There's a lot of repetitive actions in it, but I feel it does have, from an overall structure, a great sense of progression. All right, here we go. Our main battle. Oh, okay, yeah, this isn't the boss. This is just one of the lead-up battles. We have to kill all of the cultists. Oh, is it? Oh, no, that's a boss. Yeah, okay. Oh, defeat the alchemist, not plural. I don't know if you guys know this. It matters whether a word is plural or singular. So here's the alchemist. We just have to kill this guy. These guys here are just distractions. So, I guess Kiwi with her crazy... What are they going to be? They're going to be devious. Kiwi with her crazy grit and her terrible speech defense because of her headache. I'm actually worried about this. If she takes a hit, that could take her out. Doesn't she have a ranged thing? Yeah, that's ranged. And you'll note this also pulls aggro. Alright, Kiwi, you're not going toe-to-toe, Missy. Let's see, who has the highest speech defense? Get in there, Yvonne, with your cruel... she can't... Oh, yeah, look. All of this. So, impassable terrain is what's going on. Why did I think she got a movement of 3? Of 5, I mean. I don't know where that came from. Okay, let's just finish off this cultist. Actually, Kiwi, Go ahead and blaze the path here. What am I seeing there? This, look at, what is this? This is implying she's going to take all this damage. Why? Okay, I'm obviously not reading something correctly. Extra effects. The target becomes enraged. If it's negative, okay, we know that. She gains grit. What am I missing here? I don't think I've seen that before. That is a little alarming. Why would her... Oh, let's see. I'm sorry. I'm missing votes. Hazy Silhouette revotes for please don't touch anything. Again, I think you're making that up. Hazy, please. Although if that's a joke, it completely went over my head. You might have been making a joke that I missed. Like that joke about Agatha in the bathtub in the soap. All right, Hazy Sill. And then also, Left Empty thought he would recuse himself. It would be a tutoring video. I'm not sure what you just retracted, but since I missed it, you don't even have to retract it. Space Explorer asks, do you have a copy of Hearts of Iron 4? Space Explorer, me and Paradox, well, I love what Paradox does. Paradox does not love what I do. No, I will... The odds of me ever getting a copy of a Paradox game, short of me actually getting it myself, are actually lower than 0, I would say. No, I do not have it. I'm looking forward to it, though. Most of the Hearts of Iron games have kind of bounced off of me. There's just a little too much just fine detail in there that just feels so inconsequential that it doesn't always work. But I look forward to seeing what they're doing with Hearts of Iron 4. I mean, it's definitely a game I want to like. So I can't wait to play it. But no, I will not be able to play it till its release date, in which case it's certainly fair game for a stream. And actually, I'm sure that's one I'll probably want to stream. Oh, Left Empty is saying, because this is really... He says you won't get hurt if you use the skill as far as I know. You're saying that, but what is this? Look, this is the damage icon. This is the icon saying you lose this much spirit. See, here's my spirit. This is implying my spirit is going to go from 59 to whatever that is, 15 or whatever. I kind of want to do it just to find out if I'm reading that correctly. Because you look, if I toggle through the other skills, none of them have that... Oh, here's what I want to do. Take out those cultists. All right, I'm definitely doing that. But what is that that's really disturbing? Huh. All right, well, this is too good to pass up. All right, now we can get in there and start punching the alchemist. Punching or deriding. Okay, this needs to power up over 3 cooldown turns. Her speech is 32. Do we have... Yeah, and this is ranged. All right, can she get up there? No. Agatha, you freaking slowpoke. Does she have a ranged thing that will help me? Yeah, but I'm going to let it power up. All right, at least get in there, Yvonne. Richard Holt, thank you so much for joining us. And by the way, if anybody ever wants to change their vote, you're definitely welcome to do that over the course of the week. You can also wait. Okay, this is showing me, assuming I am reading it. Whoops. Yeah, so he is uniquely vulnerable to being saddened. What was that? That 1-2 hit. Alright, new stuff is going on here. I don't like new stuff going on that I don't understand. Oh my god, Agatha, you can't even... Oh, there. Do I... Nah, I gotta let that cooldown build up. Let's see if we try a friendly approach. Does nothing? Oh, because obviously... So here's what's going on. Immune to friendliness. See? And 50% extra damage from sadness. What we can do with the friendliness is fire it off just to drive down his or her negative threshold there, which we're going to do. There's no reason not to. It's not going to heal up. It only heals up allies. Yeah, it only heals allies. Left Empty says a special skill of Yvonne is she hits twice with her default attack at negative 50% for the second hit. What? Where do you see that? What? I mean, I love that if that's true. All right, I'll go look at her screen in a minute. With her default, does it say that? Gains an extra speed. Oh, no, right. It does say it, of course, right. It says it right down there at the bottom. Thank you so much. Did you know that in advance, or are you just doing what I'm not doing, namely reading the tooltips? Either case, very good. Thank you. Oh, and he said it's in the level tree. All right, those guys aren't going to reach us. Another thing I love so much about the 2D artwork in this game is their portraits down here vary according to these right here, which are called moods, emotions. So that's the terrified look for Yvonne. So adorable. Dadgummit, you stupid cultist! Quit running down there where we can't hit you. Wait, why can she not? Oh, why is everything grayed out? What am I? Oh, silence, right, of course, I did know. Oh, stunned. Okay, I know silence means you can't use speeches. Stunned means she can't use anything. All right, in that case, can she not even move? Oh my god, stunning is rude. Yeah, stunned and cannot do anything. All right, she's going to get there and clog. Yvonne. Is this a ranged one? Yes. All right. And then maybe Agatha can walk past Yvonne. All right, Agatha, get up there. Let's see what you can do. Hazy Silhouette accuses me of being ageist for berating Agatha for her low movement speed. I might be ageist, Hazy Silhouette, but you're ageist for calling her an old lady. You don't know how old she is. Okay, this has 2 more turns that it can cool down to power up. Yeah, we'll leave it there. And we'll just... Is aggression worthwhile? Nope. Just chip away at the alchemist. And Yvonne, fat lot of good you did. I don't think those cultists will even hit us this round. There might be reinforcements coming in, but we're okay for now. I am now wondering, did I set this to the correct difficulty? I'm going to check that before we leave. Alright, good lord. Cultists, don't stand there because I can only hit you from 1 hex. So rude. Alright, in that case, it's time for Agatha to stand back, fire off her cone. Very humiliating. And Yvonne, let's see who's got the highest speech for the coup de grace. There we go, Kiwi. Okay, I'm gonna do this now. We're gonna find out. Actually, it's gonna end the level, but so Kiwi is at 59 spirit. Let's just look at this bar.
Blah, blah.
Yeah, she didn't get hurt. I don't know what that was. Yvonne got a bonus for the rest of the expedition, which is now over. Isn't it over? Yeah. Alright, do we want study or campaign tokens? And we're going to get either a Secretum Secretorum or a Philosopher's Stone. Here's a question I have. I've seen this a few times previously, and I've tried to determine... You'll note that Secretum Secretorum is in italics, whereas the Philosopher's Stone is just in normal typeface. What do the italics mean? Now, I was previously thinking it meant I either had or didn't have that treasure, which would be a nice thing to know. But I think I verified it does not mean that. I'm guessing it has to do with rarity. All right, do we want campaign tokens or study? Man, we are so kitted out in those. Let's get some good research going. Good. Well, we got Maybe it is. Oh, you know what? I bet we can then check from the treasure screen because it's in italics here. So maybe all of the yellow, which are the rare things that give you 4 choices, maybe those are all in italics, which is good to know. Well, Pinkerton suggests we get an extra encounter token from Devious Encounters. Pinkerton, I think you're on the money there. Yeah, Pinkerton has the right idea. So these two here, this bonus applies to all the Hungarian treasures. The rare ones, I say this bonus, I don't know if it's specifically that bonus, but what this means is that these are choices because this is a Hungarian treasure. What this means is that these are choices because it's uniquely rare. And you'll note we're going to get 3 insights we can use to publish papers and give lectures back in England. And it adds, of course, to our score. Hazy Silhouette says, I revote for please don't touch anything. Hazy Silhouette, where do I have you down as? Yeah, I have you down as that. Oh yeah, sorry if I didn't read it before, or if I didn't make it clear before. But I have you down for whatever please don't touch anything is. Alright, here's our Secret Secretorum, our Medieval Devil, and you will know... Right. Oh, what are those ranks? I'm not sure I've seen those before. It does look like the italics apply to this one and not that one, whereas this is a blue common. And I just got an achievement for the top 1%. What is that? Whatever it is, I do like it. Top 1%. Come here, tooltip. Why am I not getting the tooltip? It's probably because I'm streaming to you guys. Top 1%. Do you guys do this when you get an achievement? You look up what exactly it is. Wait a minute. I don't have an achievement called Top 1%. It lied. It might be one of those achievements where I just made progress towards something. Oh, there it is, yeah. Earn over 20,000 units of gold across multiple campaigns. All right. Top 1%. Get it? Hazy Silhouette, once again doing a slam-bang job with the research, says, the Chicago Manual of Style states that italics are used for isolated words and phrases in a foreign language if they're likely to be unfamiliar to readers. That actually is a good point, maybe because this is Latin, whereas Medieval Devil is just English. Let's go check. So, okay, so here's all the stuff I got. Awesome, sweet. We're climbing up the scoreboards. I got a good feeling about this run. I'm going to make progress like you wouldn't believe in the Andes. Oh, no, I was thinking, what am I looking at? Right, duh. Okay, so do I want to unlock a new entourage hall for campaign, for status, where I can spend that, or the store in New Orleans for money? Of course, I want the new campaign store down here. All right, let's just real quick look at the treasures. I'm curious about that italics thing. Italics. Baronix. Oh, wait. So, and you know what? It's italics and regular print. Hazy Silhouette, you might be onto something. They might be doing that according to just the manual of style. That would be hilarious. Okay, I'm going to save this. And let's just check that italics thing from the main menu. If you enjoyed this video... Oh, Agatha has gone now on enough expeditions that she can be a crew captain. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. Please just click the little like thingy down there. Please, of course, subscribe to the channel. I'd love for you to also check out my Patreon campaign at patreon.com/TomChick. Tomorrow I will be streaming Hero Defense: Haunted Island. I know, Tower Defense. I hear you. Just trust me. Just show up, take a quick peek. And then on Friday, I'll be streaming the mid-game of Homefront: The Revolution. Okay, these treasures. Here we go. We're gonna do some research here. We're looking for foreign words. So, okay, here we go. Here's a yellow treasure, not in italics. Hazy, I bet you're absolutely right. Leprechaun, not a foreign word, but yeah, they're absolutely going for that. That's kind of cool. A developer that is following grammatical rules, that's a rare thing. That's another thing. If I was ever making a game, I would drive the people making it batty with all this nonsense about, no, this can't be capital letters. That has to be lowercase. Don't make that an acronym. Yeah, very good. Thank you for clearing that up, Hazy. All right, so this has been Renowned Explorers: More to Explore, the DLC, available for download now. I believe it's $7.50 US. I hope you've enjoyed it. I love what they're doing with this. 2 new campaign or expeditions. It revises the way treasures work, and most importantly, it adds campfire cards. Oh, okay, I get. So once this adventure is done, it will apply my expeditions towards booster packs, and you get that little dopamine jolt of opening a pack of cards and seeing what you've got. But I won't get that until I finish the expedition. So I thank you so much for joining me today, and hopefully I will see you here tomorrow. Again, please like me, please subscribe to me. Please like me. Good Lord, that just sounds so desperate, doesn't it? Please click like. Please subscribe, and I hope to see you here tomorrow. Thanks very much.